because we're celebrating.
Oh.
We're celebrating this balanced market.
Sorry, Jesus. Sorry, you didn't tell me you were live, Carl. Okay. Hey guys, time for another market report. It's been a crazy couple months. So, Courtney and I are going to tell you a little bit about what's going on in Pierce County right now. And yeah, it's...
That smells so good.
It is good.
The Irish cream.
Right. But it's been a nutty change. Obviously, we've been talking in past market reports about how crazy the seller's market has been. Well, we've kind of done a little bit of an about face.
Yeah.
So,
it was exhausting, to say the least, and we are celebrating this balanced market.
Right.
It's been much more enjoyable in the last month or so to be in the real estate business and to be a buyer. A seller, yeah, they are rushing to get on the market.
Right.
Right now.
Yeah, from a seller's perspective, it might be a little bit disappointing to see the amount of value that we definitely lost, that we gained so quickly from January to March.
Yeah.
As I'm telling most of my clients, when we're getting prepared to list your home, you got to think of it as your pricing is now more akin to what it was like last November, last December versus March, which is a hard pill to swallow. But even
can't
then,
go up forever
it can't.
in one direct line. It's got to adjust a little bit.
And we're still much higher than we were last June. So today we're doing Pierce County numbers for June 2022. Courtney, take them away.
All right, thanks so much. So it's a much more balanced market, as the stats in June for Pierce County show. We had an increase of 124 new listings over May and a decrease in the number of homes sold by 70. So the big takeaway here is that there were 681 more new listings than homes sold, and that's huge. Sellers seems to be rushing to list as the market shifts, and however, with rising rates, we're not seeing as many aggressive buyers. So not surprisingly, the average sold price decreased by almost $21,000 from May. So if you're thinking of selling, you might want to make up your mind and put your home on the market. And if you're thinking of buying, you might want to also think fast because the rates are expected to rise a little bit in the coming months.
Totally. So yeah, this is the about face that we kind of were talking about. More or less, we felt it happening right at the beginning of May. And now the numbers are out showing that indeed it has completely changed. So if you're selling, it's still a good time to sell because actually the average price this June is much higher than it was last June for not only Pierce County, but King County and Snohomish County, which we'll go over in different videos. So if you're going to sell, you're still going to make more money than you would normally, than you would certainly if you wait. And real estate does run in cycles. So I always tell people we're now kind of coming down, but we haven't hit the trough yet. So take advantage if you're looking to sell. Buyers, keep in mind that the rates right now are going up. We're roughly around 5.5 nationally on a 30-year fixed, but the Fed is going to raise the base rate another half point in their next meeting. They just raised it by 3/4 of a point, and they're also trying to divest of mortgage-backed securities. So we're going to see mortgage companies hedge their bets. They're going to raise their rates, and I wouldn't be surprised if, and this is a prediction, if we weren't at 7% by the end of the year. So right now, my recommendation to all my buyers is get yourself a nice little mortgage app, like a Zillow mortgage app, and calculate the pricing for yourself. Look what it looks like at 5.5 versus say 7, and see how much your monthly payment goes up, because it's the monthly that's going to be the biggest determiner for most people who are borrowing to buy a home.
Yeah, honestly, it feels a lot better to represent buyers in this market as well, because people can actually win an inspection contingency, and you know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, we're not seeing so many offers 200 or 300 over list price. It's now, you can get contingencies accepted. I actually just wrote an offer for a contingent on the sale of somebody's home, which we're now seeing get accepted again for the first time in a long time. So. And
I just put a client under contract in a home in Bothell. This is again a different county, but in Bothell, where they were at asking price, but they have 2% coming back from the sellers to cover their loan cost provisions, help them lower their rate.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is we're seeing more reasonable pricing and more reasonable terms for a buyer, so you can do your due diligence and protect yourself in the transaction and know as much as you can about that home before you actually take ownership. where in the past seller's market, people were waiving those rights right and left in order to be competitive. So
Exactly.
anyhow,
So we love to see it, to be honest.
yeah,
We do.
It's a nice change. It's something that we've been waiting for. So anyhow,
Yeah.
if you have any more questions, you know how to get a hold of us. Thank you for joining us for June 2022 numbers for Pierce County. We'll be back again with another market report very soon. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.